And welcome back, everyone, to Lantern Corps. Today's Lantern Corps comes to us from John Savino, Nick Thompson, and Rainbow Prism, who asked the question, what is the Lantern Corps of Bowser? Bowser is unfortunately for me unfortunately one of those characters that we don't have a lot of nuance with him. And by the way, I'm not looking at, like, say, the movie version of Bowser versus the game. I'm just looking at the general character. I just used the picture because it's a good picture. Say what you will about Mario. I thought and for some reason people don't like Jack Black as much anymore. I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to the Minecraft movie very much, but he was perfect, I think, as Bowser. Peaches was hilarious. But to each their own. Still, though, when it comes to Bowser, complex emotion, he is not. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Right out the gate, he's not a Lantern of Sorrow. There's nothing sad enough in his life, nothing that he feels rock bottom about. Again, we still don't know really the real clear qualification to be a Lantern of the Sorrow, but a Sorrow Corps. But there you go. We have to assume you have to be like down on your luck, completely sad, like the worst thing you could possibly happen, near despair kind of thing. Also can't be a Gold Lantern, not perpetually happy his whole life. Don't think he's a Lantern of the Ultraviolet Corps, as shame is... he's not really ashamed of much. And then granted, Lanterns, the Ultraviolet Lantern is described to be a bit more just of negative emotions in general, though shame seems to be the predominant one. He's certainly not a White Lantern, as he definitely does not value life to the same degree as a White Lantern should. He's not really a Black Lantern either, though he's certainly taken lives. He's not the embodiment of death or anything, although being Dry Bowser, he has kind of come back from the dead. So I guess you can make an argument on that, but I wouldn't. He's not a Blue Lantern. He doesn't really... he commands his army, but they're not inspired so much as they're scared to hell of him. Spoilers for one of his Lantern Corps you could qualify for. He's not really a Lantern of Compassion either. This is because even though he's not a very compassionate individual, he's certainly not devoid of it. He has kids, Bowser Jr. He claims to love Peach, so there's certainly something there. I don't think he could really qualify for compassion. But despite the fact that he kind of loves Peach, it's really not... he's got other emotions that really just overpower the love in his heart. He's not also really a good candidate, believe it or not, for a Green Lantern ring. Sure, you need to have strong willpower, but one of the requirements for being a Green Lantern is to be able to overcome great fear. And while he's certainly sometimes scared of Mario, I don't really think will works here. That leaves us to our final three. One of the ones I spoiled was the Green Lanterns, because, the Yellow Lanterns, and that's pretty much because... and let's just make that a little bigger. Now I just realized, boop, there we are. As I said, is the Yellow Lantern's a fear. He is feared, even by someone who beats him regularly, Mario. He's still his arch nemesis. He's still, to some degree, scared of Bowser, especially if Bowser decides to just go all out and just rage. Again, rage against the machine, but seriously, just rage. His entire army is loyal to him out of fear. Like, he is a guy who inspires fear. He could be a Yellow Lantern fear without much difficulty. But the other emotion that really kind of plagues him is rage. He's an angry dude a lot of the time. Even when he's like mocking Mario, it's like, he hates Mario. He absolutely does. There's still a large amount of rage going on in that man's psyche, in that dragon turtle psyche. It's just kind of part of his motif about, being angry about, his situation, trying to overtake the Mushroom King and being defeated multiple times. He's an angry dude. He is. He's an angry dude. Last but not least, though, I do think you can make at least an argument for avarice. This is simply due to the fact that because of the nature of the Mario series and because it's a game and Bowser has to keep coming back as one of the villains, his entire arc, he's not satisfied. He can't be satisfied with what he has and he wants more. We don't know what would happen if Peach actually agreed to marry him and, have his children. And would they actually be happily ever after? Or would he want to conquer the Mushroom Kingdom anyway? And then after the Mushroom Kingdom, what else? So I honestly think avarice is not a bad fit for him. I do, however, think the other two probably work a little bit better. I do think rage is a better option, and I definitely think fear is a better option. So between the two, Fear and Rage, which do I think is better? Personally, I lean towards Fear. Well, Rage certainly is in his heart, and if a Rage Lantern came there, Lantern Ring would come there, he would certainly take it. It's about also whether or not you'd be willing to accept the ring too, partially. But I think Fear just works more. I think he likes the ability to inspire fear in his subjects and in the people of the Mushroom Kingdom. I think that works better towards his personality, and I think it just works better towards him as a character. I think Rage is a good secondary fit, though, and I think you could make an actual argument for Greed, for the Orange Lantern Corps. If I were to think of any other lanterns that could maybe do a follow-up, he could be he's got the willpower to be a Green Lantern. Although he's certainly been cowardly before, so maybe not. But he's certainly got the willpower. I would say he's got at least a chance. Not a good chance, but a chance. Also because he has died in the games a couple of times, becoming Dry Bowser and all that nonsense. He could certainly get a Black Lantern ring. That's not up. I don't think that's really for argument. Beyond that, though, you would be really pushing it for any of the other ones. You would be pushing it for Hope, although I could still see an argument. Pushing it for Love, but again, argument. Compassion, I think you'd be pushing it a little bit. You would definitely be pushing it for the White Lantern. I don't even know how you could really justify White Lantern or Gold Lantern, or even a Lantern of Sorrow, or Ultraviolet. Maybe you could justify, but it's a little difficult to justify after a while. Either way, though, that's my thoughts. What do you think? What Lantern Corps do you think Bowser belongs in? Are you going to be one that I've occasionally asked, make an argument for any one of the corps, and sometimes people have done it, and it's kind of fun. So here's I put it to you. Could you make an argument for every one of these corps? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one.